Happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaronica and over here we talk about things that are plus size sewing. We also get in with the nitty gritty of children's sewing as well, which is what I'll be talking about this week, as well as adjustments, sew-alongs, and just all sorts of fun things that involve, of course, sewing and some lifestyle. So last week I set out on Monday I was like, I'm gonna make all of these things that are are self-love related, that are and they were all beautiful, if I'm being completely honest. But honestly, when I came out this week, I was like, I'm gonna be sewing way more. Spoiler alert, way more didn't happen until Friday night. Yeah, I don't know what happened, and sometimes I feel like I've got to get up earlier and be functioning earlier, which is why next week's vlog, y'all, it's going to detail me waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be getting up at 5 a.m. and seeing how that impacts my day, and seeing how that impacts not just my day, but also my productivity. I digress. So what did I, in fact, make this week? So let's start there. Now, on Monday, I did go ahead and make a bralette. Now this week I wanted to kind of focus on the sexy makes because we've got the self-love sewing challenge that's happening. And I was like, I'm going to make bras and panties. I had planned to do the Sahara Ruby's bra sew along for YouTube, and none of that happened. None of it happened, except for the one bralette that I made. So the bralette that I made was the Colby bralette from Petite Stitchery. I've gone ahead and I dropped the link in the caption below, so that way you can go ahead and grab yours because it is a super easy bralette to make. I think it's fantastic for if you have not made a bralette before. The instructions are very, very easy. I did not follow them because we all know that I just be out here freestyling, like just, doing the best that it is with what it is that we got. I opted to use a mesh that I got from my girl Nikki from Sewing My Style. I went ahead and I linked to her bra kits as well because listen, babe, if we're going to be out here making bras and I want this for everyone, then you definitely should start out with a kit. Why should you start out with a kit? Because it contains everything that you need, so you don't have to go out and be over here looking for the different individual things that you need in order to successfully make a bra. Nikki has done the work for you, and this bralette here was made using fabrics that she has in her kits. It is a power mesh, and so I self-lined it, meaning that I used the mesh for the lining as well as the outer fabric. And it is like a brown tie-dye, and so I opted to use a black lace for the band just because I had also used black as a top stitch thread, and I thought it would tie it in very nicely. It went together smoothly. It took under an hour. Now keep in mind that I do tend to sew really quickly. So it took me about an hour or less to make. This also was not my first time making that bralette. Did I make any adjustments? I did not make any adjustments at all. Would I? I absolutely would. I do feel like, so since I had my mastectomy, it's still kind of hard for me to navigate cup sizes and stuff like that. Because if I'm being completely honest, when you choose your your like finished size, it's not like, hey, I'm going to be a B cup, I'm going to be a C cup. It's just, they just kind of fill you up until it feels right. And so I'm still navigating what that kind of feels like because some of my old bras are a little bit big and some of my, new bras are a little bit small. So we're just trying to figure it out as I go. So I would go ahead and increase my cup size though, as well as keep the band size because of the nature of the mastectomy and the way that my plastic surgeon rocked the hell out of my surgery. He did go ahead and lipo around that bra area, taking in my actual underbust measurement, which shout out to him. Thank you, sir. So in addition to, of course, that cute, super cute bralette. Now listen, y'all know how I've been on my reading kick. And I have been reading, I read the Empyrean series so far, what's been released by Rebecca Yarros, so that includes Fourth Wing as well as Iron Flame. And I'm on book 5 of the Throne of Glass series as well. My daughter is currently reading the Akotar series by Sarah J. Maas. And if you know anything about reading these fantasy books or books in general, like book boyfriends always have the most spectacular way of saying I love you. It's not just simply like, oh, I love you. It's like I would move the sun, the moon, and the stars in order to just nestle my head in your bosom or something like that. So what I did was I actually made this here sweatshirt. I used the modern sweater from Patterns for Pirates as my base pattern. I did adjust the length of the waistband. I made it so that it was kind of in between the long and the short, so kind of like a medium situation, um, which I absolutely love. That was the only adjustment that I made. I did increase my size. I didn't make what my normal size would be, which is normally like between a 1X and a 2X. I did go ahead and just simply make a 3X because I wanted it to fit oversized, like really baggy. And then, y'all, I cut those words out of my Cricut Maker. Yes, I cut and weeded all of those letters myself, which is why this was an all-day project. I started out in the morning, and it took me about 15 minutes to put together the entire sweatshirt. And I did a YouTube short on that, and y'all, that weeding and the cutting out of the words took forever. Would I do it again? Absolutely. My daughter has now requested me to make her one for her birthday, so I don't know. Sis might be getting one for her birthday. So, yeah, about all day, seriously, all day. Um, and I feel like it was worth it, right? Because it is in line with the self-love sewing, and it just looks a little bit different, right? Um, I am a book nerd, and I feel like it celebrates my love of books. It celebrates like saying I love you in the most egregious way possible. And I'm here for it. I stand for it. I love it so very much. So I did make that as well. Very proud of that. And I love how it turned out. Very, very proud of this. But that was on Tuesday. And yeah, I swear, or maybe, no, that was on Wednesday. And Tuesday, I already knew that I wasn't going to sew as much because I had my niece here. And sorry, like I literally never get any messages on Saturdays. And then the one day that I am over here recording is like the day that I'm getting all these messages. So I had to turn silent mode on. So sorry about all those things. I digress. So that was Wednesday. And then I was like, I kept trying to start projects because again, like I wanted to sew more, I wanted to produce more, I wanted to make more. Friday night, we ended up actually going out for dinner, and I was like, you know what? I've gotten kind of all of the work that I needed to get done before Friday, and I was like, I'm really going to take Friday and sew, and yay. Y'all, my daughter was like, oh, the water main broke in our school. So, of course, that meant mommy had to go and pick her up. But not before. I did go ahead and try a new pattern. The new pattern that I tried was the Whitlam Skirt from Muna and Broad. Y'all, hands down my new favorite skirt pattern. And that's saying a lot because my typical go-to for my pencil skirts was the Patterns for Pirates freebie pirate pencil skirt, which I do still love. But here's the thing about Muna and Broad's Whitlam Skirt is that they went ahead and they did adjustments for if you have extra fat on your sacrum bone. And I do. That is where I hold my extra fat. And they designed the skirt so that it doesn't kind of like cuff up under if you've got like a fupa or if you've got like an apron belly, whatever. And I was like, yes, sign me up. So literally it went together in a couple of minutes. And that's not an exaggeration. This is something that is super beginner friendly because there's no waistband. You just simply attach the elastic to the actual waist and flip it under and then top stitch it in place, and there's your waistband. But literally it's two seams, a hem, and then that. So very easy. Definitely love the way that it hits as far as the length goes. In my opinion, it's a true midi. Because it's not like maxi because it doesn't hit the ankle or the floor, but it hits higher up, and I am so in love with that pattern. I have already pulled out fabric for another one because it is easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. What I might do with this next pair though, is I think I might add in a pair of my own shorts, like a pair of biker shorts underneath, so that we don't have to worry about that chub rub, baby, because your girl loves skirts. I just don't love chub rub. So I made that, and then I also did the Elysian from Friday Patterns. It's their bodysuit, and it's pictured here. It was on my mannequin, and then I put it on. And I planned on wearing it yesterday, but it's completely see-through, and I was like, this is a kid's birthday, so let's keep it PC, so I did not end up wearing it last night. You can see here what I actually did end up wearing last night. And then I self-drafted like a, not quite midi length kimono, just kind of like an oversized like cover, and I love it. It was a look, and I used pretty much all of my 6 yard cut of that fabric. I am still going to add pockets to that like overcoat situation, because why not? Because we all need pockets, right? So do still need to add the pockets to that. As far as adjustments made to any of those, I did not make any adjustments at all. However, I do think that I need to make on the bodysuit, because it will not stay up on my shoulders. I do think that I need to make that top piece a little bit smaller on me, because it won't stay on my shoulders. But that's fine because it's see-through. It's fine to stay upstairs in the bedroom. And then my girls were like, oh, well, can you make us outfits as well? And we would like to have outfits made for us to go out for dinner too. So I made them outfits as well. And I took an hour and a half to go ahead and make these outfits for them. The first one I made for my middle child here. And sis was working it. Like, girlfriend put it on. It was like, I was like, yes, give me the shoulder. But I made her the Maeve top from Made for Mermaids, and I cut two of the scoop neck, I mean, not the scoop neck, but the boat neck fronts to give her a little off the shoulder situation, and I went ahead and I hemmed it. I did do that for myself before when I was sewing live, and I loved how it turned out. It's perfect for her as she's wearing a tank top underneath. Then I made her the Made for Mermaids Winnie pants as well. I did not put in the pin tuck, and it came together perfectly. We used a beautiful rib knit for it. It's an olive rib knit, and it feels amazing. Then, of course, my older daughter, who will be 14. Y'all, I've been parenting for 14 years. That is bananas. Anyway, I digress. So she decided that she wanted like not quite micro mini, but like a little mini skirt situation to wear with her her Christmas present, some Air Force Ones. When I grew up, we called them Harlems because I'm a New Yorker, but I digress again. And then she was like, well, mommy, can I have a tube top? Because I ran out of fabric. And I got this fabric from Amanda's Bundles. And so I had to consult the aunties and was like, is she too young to wear a tube top? Because she's busty. Like, girlfriend's got boobs, right? They were like, no, that should be fine. I'm sure that she'll, wear it in a way that is really classy, and not like too revealing, not too scandalous, right? And she did. She paired it. She put on a denim jacket that she didn't plan on taking off the entire evening because in Georgia it's still a little chilly. And she looked super cute with her final look as well. So that is what I made this week. It ended up with a slow start, but we finished strong. So to recap, I did go ahead and make the Petite Stitchery Colby bralette. I made the Patterns for Pirates modern sweater, and I customized that with some Cricut vinyl. Then I also made the Muna and Broad skirt that they have, the Whitlock's, I'm gonna put the right spelling of that skirt. I made the Friday Patterns bodysuit. I made a self-drafted like jacket, overcoat, like outerwear, kimono style. I did the Made for Mermaids Maeve top as well as Maeve bottom because my daughter's skirt was the Maeve skirt, as well as a self-drafted tube top and a pair of pants. So that's a total of 9 pieces. I feel like that's pretty good, right? Anyway, so stay tuned for the week in my life vlog that will be coming out shortly after this. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I appreciate all of your views, and I'll see you all next time.